going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we have a test match. Test cricket is officially back. It is test cricket season. It is, well, is it test cricket season yet? I want to say yes. I mean, this is a third test match. So we're back into test cricket season officially. New Zealand, well, they're the travelling party in England. Of the first of 3 test matches, I tell you what, after the first 2 sessions, or after the first 2 innings for each team, this game could have been over in about 2 days. Thankfully, we got to see some decent batting. The ball, it seemed like the players started to play the conditions a lot better in their second innings. But hey, look, are we a New Zealand fan? No. Are we an England fan? Definitely not. So we're just here just to review some test cricket because firstly, we love test cricket, and secondly, this is still a big test match. This is a big test series regarding the world of cricket right now. So hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. You like people who like cricket, you like me. Let's jump straight into it. Player of the match was none other than the man Alan DeGeneres II, Joe Root. 11 in the first innings, none for 2 with the ball, inspirational, but 115 not out with the bat. Won his country the game. And stepped up when it mattered most. Of course, this is his, first test match without being captain? I think, right? Is this Ben Stokes' first game as captain officially? Of course, Brendan McCullum's first game as England head coach as well. So, I'm sure England fans will be happy with this one. All right, let's jump into it, though. The scorecard, New Zealand sent in to bat first. We'll go over the 11s and stuff while we go through the games. It's not going to be a long review because there's not a whole lot to talk about with this game. And both of these countries, because both of these teams will not be playing in the World Test Championship final. That's all there is to say. The Kiwis won't be, and neither will England. So, that's okay. All right, Tommy Latham, 1 for 17. That's not great. Not great there. Will Young into that top order. Now, this is an interesting one. I mean, Will Young is definitely their best opener to pair up with Latham, that is. But, you got someone like Conway batting at 4, who can open. Daryl Mitchell batting at 5. Now, look, I'm not saying to change a bunch of positions around because of one test match. But they do have a lot of options in this Test 11. So, I think we might see a change or 2 in the next test match. Kane Williamson, the skipper. Yeah, it's just not been the best year for him cricket-wise. 2 for 22. He's coming in at number 3, which most captains obviously like to be in at number 3 or number 4. But if it was me, I would have just moved him down to number 4. I think Kane Williamson as skipper. I think Conway should be opening, to be honest, for Will Young. But I don't know why the Kiwis, they like to play Devon Conway as this fix-it man, at 4-5 sort of batting position. But, I mean, he's a pretty talented top-order batsman, an opening batsman. So, it makes no sense why they don't at least use him as an opener. I would rather see Will Young down the order at 3, and then Williamson at 4 maybe. Maybe Daryl Mitchell up the order. You could do so many things. A lot of countries and nations are so scared to, try new things. It always annoys the shit out of me with cricketing nations. As we said, Conway gone for 3. Mitchell gone for 13. Just couldn't get anything going, really. Tommy Blundell, he goes for 14. De Granholm, well, he was their top scorer of the day. 42 not out of 50 deliveries. 4 fours. I mean, gave him something. He was the reason they even scored over 100. So, thank goodness someone knew how to bat. Jamison gone for 6. Timmy Southey gone for a little helpful 26. Ajaz Patel, who, of course, did take that 10-fer. Was that last year or this year? I think it was last year, but we're not going to forget that. That was still, every time I see the man Ajaz Patel name, I'm going to mention that 10-fer every single time. And Trent Boult, 14. So 132. I mean, it's horrible, obviously, for a test score, a first test match back in however long it's been, and they get absolutely skittled They only had to use 4 bowlers in total, this England side. Jimmy Anderson's bowled the 16 overs. He is still one of the best bowlers in the world. Just remember this, guys. England thought that Stuart Broad and Jimmy Anderson were past. They thought they were done. And now they bring them back and they absolutely, I don't want to say carry your bowling attack, but they definitely played a massive part. Stuart Broad, 1 for 45 off 13. And how about the debutant? Finally, we've been calling for the man, Matty Potts, to be debuting since he came out the womb, it feels like. I don't know why it takes England so long sometimes to debut these, upcoming, I don't want to say star. He did bowl very well, but he's only played 1 test match. But he did look very, very impressive, especially on home conditions. He's going to be a big problem, will Matty Potts. 4 for 13 off 9.2 overs. Economy of 1.39. That's all you can ask for on a debut, really. The Fifer would have been nice, but that's all right. And then the man, hashtag FBen Stokes, is officially back. Hashtag FBen Stokes Captain Edition. So he's officially, of course, the new captain of this test side. And, he took a wicket, 1 for 5 off 1.4. So, whose wicket did he get? Trent Boult. There you go. So that wicket meant essentially nothing. All right, just junk timing it up was the man. Okay, England's first innings. Well, I tell you what, they did beat New Zealand's first score of 132. But they only beat it by 9 goddamn runs. Let's go through it. Alex Lees. Good to see him at the top order. Again, I don't know why it takes England so long to play these guys who look a lot better than someone like a Haseeb Hameed or a Rory Burns. Like, 25 off 77 isn't exactly the greatest test knock you've ever seen, but it's better than what the other two were delivering, so you can't even be mad at that. Zach Crawley, of course, is opening up 43 off 56, 7 fours. You lock him in that position for the next 10 years. Ollie Pope at 3, which I didn't really know why, because I didn't think he was a number 3 batsman, to be honest, but he might be. 7 for 27, maybe not. Joe Root, a.k.a. Alan DeGeneres, 11 off 15, not how you want to start. Johnny Bairstow gone for 1. Ben Stokes gone for 1. Ben Folkes! So don't get confused, everyone. Ben Stokes and then Ben Folkes, the wicketkeeper, obviously, gone for 7. Matty Potts gone for a golden egg. Stewie Broad gone for 7, Jimmy not out for 7, and Matt Parkinson as well, who is in this team, finally gone for 8. So they made 141. This is not a T20 match, fellas. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it was a very, very, very good bowling track for the first day or two. So it was a good bowling deck for the full 3-4 days anyway. So I guess that doesn't matter as much. Tim Southey, 4 for 55 off 14. These Kiwi bowlers, this is how you treat legends of your country. This is what England should have done with Broad and Anderson. It's good to see that they're back now, but Anderson and Broad should have literally been playing every test match for the last 18 months. They're way too good to never play still at their age. And, Tim Southey and Boult, pretty similar to Broad and Anderson. Similar age brackets, kind of. Same amount of experience, lots of wickets, pace bowlers in all 3 formats. They know what it means to be bowling pace for your country for 15 years. So, always respect to New Zealand. 3 for 21 off 13 for the man Trenor Boult. De Grandhomme, 1 for 24 off 8. And the big man, Kyle Jamieson. He's coming back, 2 for 20 off 7. It was actually a disappointing not to see the big man, Kyle Jamieson, in the IPL this season. So it's good to see that he's fit, he's back, he's firing. Because he's one of the most exciting prospects in world cricket. So that's always good to see him out there. All right, New Zealand's second innings here. They made 285. So, obviously better than what they produced in the first. Tommy Latham, this time, an inspirational 14. That's a lot better. Will Young, Nope, did not work out. 1 for 6. Yeah. It's time to bring back Hasib. Bring back Hasib. It's time... No, wait. This isn't England. Baby! I don't know why I said Hasib. It's time to bring back... I was about to say Brendan McCullum, but he coaches against you now, so forget that. Will Young going for 1. Kane Williamson, 15 off 34, not great. Devon Conway, 13 off 14. Just not the start that the Kiwis were after at all. But then you had 2 players who just saved the goddamn day. Here we go. All right. Daryl Mitchell, just class. He is just so good. Him and Conway are just... Like, I know Conway didn't have an impact on this test match, but both of those two in that middle order sort of area for the Kiwis is... They're going to dominate on... I'm trying to think... I mean, England is probably the best place for them to bat. You know, pace conditions. They can just use their bat to the pace of the ball, essentially. Both play swing pretty well, but... yeah, Daryl Mitchell was outstanding. 108 off 203. Did not hit 1-6. 12 fours. Outstanding stuff. And then to go on with that, Tommy Blundell, the wiki, of course, 96. Now, of course, unfortunate not to get the 3 figures, but just a big score and a big moment for your nation of 198 deliveries. He also hit 12 fours as well, no 6. So, doing it the hard way. They probably would have won this test match, the Kiwis, if they got something out of their tail end. I tell you what, if they got another 35, 40 runs out of this tail end, there's every chance they win this game. De Granholm gone for a golden duck. Jamison gone for a golden duck. Southey, decent, 21 off 26. Ajaz Patel gone for 4. And Trent Bolt gone for, well, not out for 4. So, let themselves down a little bit. Other than that, the Kiwis really only had 2 good scores for the entire game. And that was it. So there's definitely big question marks over this batting lineup at the moment. But the bowling order for the what are they called? The Pommies? I don't know why it took me so long to think of the word. Jimmy Anderson, again, are we surprised that he is still good? No. 2 for 57 off 21. Stuart Broad, 3 for 76 off 26. Matty Potts, 3 for 55 off 20. Just one of the best pace debuts you'll see in recent memory. Yeah, it was really good. Really impressive. And this is what not only I've been calling for, but this is what literally the entire cricket community has been calling for. For England to start playing these guys who dominate in their county cricket. Or just give people an opportunity who want it. Like Matty Potts, he takes his opportunity and he looks great. So now they've got guys like Potts, Ollie Robinson, just as the depth that they have after, they're still trying to replace Anderson and Broad, who are still both taking wickets and wickets. So their bowling attack has always been in a pretty good position. I mean, you got Mark Wood as well. They're sitting pretty comfortably in those sort of positions. Ben Stokes only had to bowl the 8 overs, and he got absolutely destroyed. None for 43 off 8. Matty Parkinson, 1 for 47 off 15. And Alan DeGeneres, none for 2 off 1. So, look, the Kiwis, 285. It gave them a lead of 277. So, I mean, you can defend anything in this game. You can obviously defend anything. But batting last, the pitch was starting to wear out. It was like day 3/day 4. You could tell that England, as long as they did it pretty safe, they were going to go on and get this win. They did exactly that. The man Alex Lees, 20 off 32. He actually did look okay. So, again, you leave him there. Crawley going for 9. Pope going for 10. Again, that's not how you want to start at all. But when you have the man, Alan DeGeneres, in your team... Well, Joe Root, sorry, I better clarify that. 115 off 170 deliveries. 12 fours. What is with people hitting 12 fours but no 6s? not out as well. Finished the game off for his country. Led them to a beautiful victory. Bairstow, 16. Ben Stokes, 54, whatever. And Ben Folkes not out, 32. So, just classic stuff there from the man Joe. And he also had, hashtag FBenStokes and some help around him with Ben Folkes. So, the Kiwi bowlers, Jamieson took 4 for 79. Bolt 1 for 73 off 24. But other than that, she was over. And there wasn't much room for spinners in this sort of deck. There's always room for spin in a test match, but not really in this one. The deck just did not favour any sort of spin. Ajaz Patel bowled 2 overs and got put for 22 runs. Did he even bowl in the first innings? I don't think he did really much. No, he didn't. He didn't bowl 1 over. So it just shows how there was just no room for spin in this test match. And England took advantage of it, batted really well here at the end, and they get the first test match of the series. Of course, there is 2 more test matches coming up. The next one starts the 10th of June. What's the date? I think it's the 6th today. So we got 4 or 5 days. Where's this one going to be played at? The Oval, maybe? Trent Bridge, okay. And then the 3rd test match is played at, I assume, the Oval. Headingley, there you go. So we get we don't get the Oval. All right. Well, hey, that will cap it off, guys. The Kiwis get the win. I wish. The Englishmen get the win. At the end of the day, we don't really care who wins because, again, neither team will be playing in the World Test Championship final, so it does not matter to us. We're just here for some good cricket. So, hey, I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And, hey, I'll see everyone in the next one.